Alright, first and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to King Von. What happened was it was a whole misunderstanding. So like King Von squad was thinking that somebody else was in a parking spot. They didn't know who was who. Quando Rondo was trying to figure something out with something else. It's a whole misunderstanding. So King Von got mad over somebody else getting mad. King Von ran up. They got into a fight. King Von, Quando getting into it. King Von whooping his ass. Alright, so after King Von is winning, he beating his ass. One of Quando's man up the stick, bow, shot his ass. So after he shot his ass, another person shot. So when another person shot, it was like 4 to 5 shots. Who got caught in the crossfire? We don't know. So King Von got shot. That's all we know. King Von got shot. Quando didn't know King Von got shot. Okay, so when they tussling, he's like, King Von is like, I got shot. Quando is like, oh shit, King Von just got shot. Okay? Quando did not try to take King Von's chain. Get off of that. Quando did not try to take King Von's chain. It may look like it, but no, he was mourning over the fact that he just got shot. Okay, it wasn't a big beef to where I want to kill you, but Quando's man made that decision. Quando did not make that decision. So it's up to y'all to really figure out, should they retaliate? Should they retaliate? I say no. Okay, so when you handle death, when something like that happens in the streets, you gotta watch. You gotta watch who is around you. You gotta watch exactly their actions to see if they actually meant to harm us like that. You see what I'm saying? That's ATL. We Chicago. We Chirac. So when we dealing with something like that, we have to take into the consideration the actual factuals. Quando Rondo did show up to the ER. Alright? Quando, that don't mean he was there to finish the job. It wasn't like that. Okay, so it was a sincere apology to what happened in the streets. Whatever happened in those trenches happened in those trenches. We got two, maybe 3, 4 cameras that displays that, but you have to see it from different angles, okay? So that King Von's dead, I know a lot of you are distraught and a lot of you are uncertain. It causes a lot of uncertainty. So in order to deal with death, you need to not mourn as much as you really think that you are. If King Von was dead right now, he showed up as a ghost and was like, okay, this is how people are after I'm dead. You're going to be mourning. So after you're mourning, it's a step that you miss. Okay, you could be mourning and then go to okay, but after you mourn, you have to realize that God is there after the fact that somebody has died. So when God is there after death, that means he's healing. Okay, so you have to take that healing energy and realize that King Von was on this earth for a reason. The deaths in your family, the deaths from your friends, they're here for a reason before they die. So you have to realize why they were here and appreciate the fact that God gave them life. Okay, so mourning is one step. Okay, he's dead, one step. Okay, but once you get over that mourn, you have to appreciate that life. You have to appreciate what did King Von do. You know what I'm saying? He inspired me to go hard like Eminem. You ain't hear the call? He inspired me to go hard like Eminem. So don't mourn. Be happy, because King Von will want to see you in a better state than a mourning state. He'll be like, what are you doing crying? What are you doing crying right now? Okay? So it's going to be all right. Things like this happen all the time. But be grateful for life and handle death through God. Do not handle death through death. Because that's what they want you to do. You already know that's what they want you to do. Retaliate. Do not handle it with, okay, I'm going to make fun of his death. Or I'm going to, I would have shot him too. Don't do none of that. Don't say none of that. Don't even think about that. This is life. Like, we all human beings. We all go through a certain period of stages or a certain phase that just that destroys all of our higher selves. So once we're on our lower selves, especially on the death, please appreciate this thing called life, because we live and breathe the same essence as we don't breathe, if that makes sense. So we could die tomorrow, right? We could all die tomorrow. But we have to appreciate the things that lives give us. We have to appreciate the things that life, aka God, we have to appreciate God, okay? Because we are living through Him. All right? Appreciate. That's all I gotta say. That's how you deal with death. It's more of a thank you, God, for giving me this life. Peace to all of the family of King Von, and may his soul rest with the Lord and everybody else. This is Lord Reginald. I'm out.